Things you wouldn't believe unless they were caught on camera. This one is really scary. Okay, so this lady is just trying to do a simple TikTok trend up on the counter in her kitchen, no big deal, when all of a sudden she captures something completely unexplained. Something is gonna go running across the doorway right there. I zoom in, slow it down. What the heck is this, you guys? Follow for more.
Above-ground sarcophagi in New Orleans is aesthetically beautiful and rich in spirit, too. Reach out to them, and they will reach out to you. Always honor those who built your town, the founders, who I sometimes call the architects. But also, very importantly, remember to honor those who are forgotten. There are many tombs without name on them. Those are the ones that I found over the years may follow you. They want to be remembered. In some cultures, the forgotten spirits are called hungry ghosts. You need to feed them yearly so they will not bother you. But I say just let them know you'll be back.
Here I am all by myself in my house hunting for ghosts using a TikTok app. Now, it allegedly will show you things in your home that are haunted. There's my cat. No surprise there. Nothing spiritual around at all. I've used apps like this before with zero success. As a paranormal investigator, I really don't put a lot of stock in these types of apps. I often will feel the presence of a little boy in my home from previous investigations, though, so I was curious because he sometimes will play in my son's room, and he sometimes appears to follow me from time to time. You see, it caught my reflection there in the mirror. Nothing really out of the ordinary. It almost looked like something ran past me there, and then I got to my son's room, and this happened. Very strange.
Please tell me y'all see this. Just watch. Watch straight out into that yard. Look, you see it? Look. And it happens again. Look. Look. See? Man, I'm telling you right now. Ignore my dogs. But look, man, I think it's time to move.
Warning, this is the copycat clown. Click the plus, like the video, drop a comment, tag your friends, or he may find you. Copycat demon is actually the demon that inspired the movie It, and it's a demon that takes different forms depending on what the person likes. For example, in the movie It, kids like clowns, so it turns into a clown to lure its victims. It pretty much copies the appearance that looks most appealing to its victim. I guess me and Chris Curley can relate to that since we're both copycats. My question is, what would you do if you saw this? Comment down below.
I always thought this house looked creepy, but I recently discovered why it's actually scary. Back in 2014, there was a murder in this house, and ever since then, apparently, it's been empty. I learned this from a neighbor who lived across the street. He said that nobody has lived in the home since the actual event happened. The area is dark, it's empty, it's just very spooky. And the house itself has almost a haunted house type look to it. I've always wanted to head inside and investigate for paranormal activity, but I don't know if anybody lives in there or not, and I don't want to intrude on people's privacy. But what's truly crazy is that nobody knows why this crime happened. I read a lot of articles about this incident and no one was able to provide any details on exactly why this went down. And for now, this house sits as kind of a bad omen in a dark neighborhood, waiting for someone else to move in and feel its energy. If you want to hear more true crime stories, go listen to my podcast, Murder in America. I'm recording today's episode right now, so go give it a listen. Link in bio.
Scary Randonautica experiences. So for those who don't know, Randonautica is an app that sends you on a random adventure to explore the world around you. I personally had no idea what it was. As a user, you can also set any kind of intent you want. So if you want to find something beautiful, you'll find something beautiful. If you want to find something scary, well, you'll get what you asked for, and this user certainly did. Yoyuk696969 decided they wanted to have a spooky adventure and wanted to see something scary. Be careful what you wish for. They ended up at a super creepy mansion that is still used for some kind of secret cult-like religion. What kind of religion, you ask? No idea. But considering the intent the user set was discovering something scary, I think it's safe to say that they got as far away from that place as they possibly could. If you like this video and want to see more, like and follow.
Sometimes dreams do come true, even when you don't want them to. In the 1980s in Portland, Maine, a little girl awoke screaming from a nightmare in which her grandparents' restaurant, 200 miles away, was burning to the ground. She reported that the dream was so realistic that she could feel the heat of the flames on her skin. The little girl's parents tried to reassure her it was just a dream, but the little girl was having none of it and just kept telling them, it's burning, you've got to save it, it's burning. The next morning, they received a phone call that the grandparents' restaurant had indeed burned to the ground the previous evening.
Are you ready for a new board game? Because this is Seance. You guys, I am obsessed with the detail on this game. Oh my god. For a 3D board game from the 70s, it so lights up with all of its character. This is a 3D board game that's meant to be viewed from the front, but if you're looking at the back, it's also detailed. The idea of the game is that your Uncle Everett has died, and he left behind all of these treasures, like the key to the Rolls Royce, the bracelet, the antique clock. But in this world, the dead men can tell tales in the form of using this record player. So there were two games that used this technology in the 70s. This is one of them. The other one was Voice of the Mummy. Before you start, you're dealt out money, and basically what you're bidding on is the ability to hear the message on the record inside the table. I have so much to say about this game that I'm just going to do a part 2 probably tomorrow, and you'll actually get to hear the voice played.
I made a TikTok asking people what their most unexplained creepy experiences was, and these are the ones that freaked me out the most. I once had a singing, crawling doll. I broke it in half so it didn't sing anymore. I woke up to it singing and crawling towards me. I would die. I was trying to sleep at like 2 AM, and I heard someone walking around and running up and down my hallway and standing in front of my door. I felt my dog curl up on my bed, and my duvet got heavy, like he was on top of it. I went to stroke him, and he wasn't there. He was asleep in the other room. This has happened to me, and it's terrifying. I used to live in a haunted house, and we would hear people running up and down the stairs and laughing at 3 AM. I felt a hand over my mouth when I was sleeping alone. I saw a random shadow crawl in from my fireplace when I had gone downstairs to get food at 1 AM. I walked into my kitchen, looked into the window, and saw the reflection/shadow of a werewolf-looking bony creature with claws in the window. I once woke up at 3 AM and saw a thing crawling or running towards me, and it got so close to my face I could see inside its black eyes.
We have a huge black sphere being enveloped by the solar rays of the sun itself, larger than Jupiter, probably larger than all the planets combined. This is massive in size, and I'm just wondering, is NASA going to come forward and give us any answers? This image was just taken yesterday, so maybe they're going to have some reports for us a little bit down the road, but we're looking at it first, right here on Third Phase of Moon. And again, what is this all about? Is there any kind of implications? Is this an unknown planet that is about to impact the sun? Or is this some kind of possible just lens anomaly? Brent, what's your thoughts here? Yeah, great report. We got this earlier this morning, and we found out that this was just captured yesterday, and we're sharing it to you right now, the world. I'm seeing this black mass, and yeah, you're right, Blake, this thing's massive. And you can notice that it doesn't seem like an anomaly.
If you have an unexplained...
So this picture was taken by a friend of mine when I was stationed in Corpus Christi. She's a single woman. At the time she was a single woman, didn't have any kids. And she had just got her eyebrows done, so she wanted to take a picture in her car to send to her boyfriend. She took the picture, and when she sent the picture, he said, "Who's in your back seat?" And mind you, she didn't have any children at the time. She's Mexican, didn't have any white children. But if you look at this picture, zoom in and lighten it, you can clearly see two children. I'm getting chills. Two children in her backseat. Freaked me out. Mind you, I lightened this picture already, but you can see them right there.